Hey there guys, welcome to a board game night? No, this is a miniature night. We're down at the local Luton Tabletop Gaming Club and we're just joining the Bolt Action Escalation League. This is the first night and I have been drawn to play against Little D. Hello D.
Mortal friends.
I'm doing the Americans and there's my force over there. I'll show you some pictures in a minute. And D is doing the Russians. And there's a few of us doing it. There's some guys that are playing over there. There's some more guys playing over here. So hey guys.
Table behind.
Yeah, so we're going to be going through this every month. We're going to be painting up. We started off with 300 points. And every month we'll be adding another 100 points to that till we get to about 500. And then we're going to add increments of 200 until we build up to 1,000 points. And we have to get them all painted and built and ready to go for some games on the game night, which is once a month. So the first game tonight we are playing is Scenario 4, Hold Until Relieved. So D is the defender. Well done D.
Thank you very much. I defend well.
And I'm obviously the attacker. So shall we start with the first turn?
Yeah.
Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll come back sort of after all the activations are done.
Maybe turn 2 or turn 3 and we'll do a live turn or something.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Quite an interactive round, so it's, you may see a lot of passing of the camera to do our actions.
Alright, let's do this. Well, so that was the end of the first round of all the dice coming out. The orders they came out in was I had the first dice, so they moved up and shot on the green troops that were over there, which are now, then they lost one casualty, moved into the building, fired back on them, and took out 3 guys, which I was quite surprised by.
I was very surprised as well.
Which wasn't enough to take the morale test yet, but then the next Russian dice came out, which was those guys over there, the regulars. They moved up to the barricade and fired on them as well, and killed another 3, I think it was, which meant they obviously took a morale test
2, that's right.
and passed, so there's only 5 of them left there. I then got the next 2 dice, which my lieutenant moved into the building to try and keep him secured. My MMG team came on the board and ran up to the side here so they could get a bead on there. I would like to point out as well, I took a little bit of a gamble. D chose this side of the table to set up, and then obviously he's the defender in there. So I could set up anywhere within 18 inches of the objective and units that are deployed, and I chose the same side he did. Wanted to be on the green side of the table. So he brought the next unit on there, and they killed 9 of that squad in one shot. But Sergeant Slaughter over there wasn't to be denied and killed 1 in return. So that's the state of the game after the first round. I'm not sure there's going to be a third round, but we'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, so that was the second round, and it's not looking good for the Yanks. I got the first dice, which I used on my MMG to fire on the. Are they veterans or?
Yeah, they're just SMG squad.
SMG squad. I got 1 hit, no wounds, so I could put a pin marker on them. Then I drew the second dice, which I used on Sergeant Slaughter over here. And did he kill 1 or did he just? He killed 1 and obviously put another pin marker on them. And then I think
Then it was my inexperienced unit, which killed 2 more of this unit, and then you failed your morale test. So when you failed morale test, they all run off.
So they're all gone.
Then it went to your commander,
who took a pot shot as well, missed. And then it was all yours from then onwards.
My second lieutenant came on and basically shot at these guys, killed 1 of the guys from the team. Then I tried to bring on my commissar, but he failed his order test to come on, so he's still waiting in the wings. So I tried to do a shoot action with these guys on the MMG, but because I've got 3 pin markers, there are -3 to them around, and I rolled just 1 above where I needed to, so they've gone down instead. And then lastly, my LMG unit, so I swept around this side, took another shot at these guys and killed another guy, so there's only 2 guys left on
and
this
they've got
base
2
now.
pin markers. So it's not looking good. I've got that guy left, those 2 guys there with 2 pin markers, and him. That's the state of the American army right there. I think it looks better when I point down there. Those are the reserves coming in. No, they're not.
They're all dead already.
So I think this might be the last turn.
Turn
4D.
Turn 3. Well, it's going to be the last turn for me, because I'm not going to need to kill you anymore.
Alright, so that's the end of the round 3, and I'm still in it. As you can see, the Russian guys moved forward when their dice came out. On my turn, the MMG that was there killed the command squad.
For exceptional damage.
Yeah, drilled the leader in the face. And then in his turn, he obviously activated these guys. They passed the morale check, so they dropped down a tick and then obliterated that MMG team. But on my turn, Sergeant Slaughter put another wound on them and another tick. And those guys all moved forward and couldn't target him because...
I hit him. Did I hit him once?
Yeah, you hit him once.
Oh, so you should have I know, because you didn't activate it afterwards.
Yeah, I activated afterwards. And my lieutenant, he done nothing. He's cowering in the building while this guy's doing all the work. This guy's going to win me the game, I'm telling you.
No, man.
He's left the objective, so if I get there...
Make a long bomb run.
Yeah, or if he just leaves it, it's a draw.
I'll take a draw over you winning.
Cue dramatic music. Yes, the game is over. Nothing much happened. I fired on them, put a pin marker, then they managed to... Didn't they rally? No.
I tried to do a rally action to get rid of a pin marker plus D6, but I failed it.
Failed, Commissar failed.
Commissar has just decided not to turn up for the fight.
Those guys got a lucky shot on Sergeant Slaughter and killed him. And then my lieutenant, my inexperienced lieutenant, ran out into the open and wanted to have a piece of those green troops. They charged him and killed him.
They mugged him. Took him to bear food.
There we go. So the game is over. The Russians have won. They have claimed the objective. And what did you think of the first scenario? First night?
Yeah, wow, it's a good start for the Russians.
It was a good laugh.
Mighty Russians.
Man, I tell you, I overestimated how well you can roll sometimes.
Yeah, man, I had some really ridiculously good rolls. Like needing 6s to hit. It's like, that's easy.
There's those guys.
And also, me being able to turn up behind you and roll 16 dice was pretty...
Yeah, they killed 9 guys in one turn. There's my brave lieutenant, throwing his life away cheaply.
So he's inexperienced.
Yeah. There's Sergeant Slaughter, he'll be back for the next game. This is my army, just a couple of infantry squads with they're late wars, so the 2 bar gunners and an SMG in each team. And I've got the MMG. And then for the next night we'll do an extra 100 points, so I'll have to add some more stuff to that.
Yeah, if you've got time, fit game.
So Bennett, you had your first game, how did you do?
Yeah, it went really well. It was Germans against Germans, SS against normal Grenadiers.
So a practice match?
Pretty much, yeah. It started off okay. I had one squad in the middle, just sort of holding the objective, just first turn, hunkered them down, withstood the fire, didn't take any casualties, and then just literally pushed up the left flank and just concentrated with fire on certain squads and just broke him eventually. Good.
Oh, fair enough.
Really good, didn't lose a squad at all really.
But you are going to lose points for not having any painted units.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
So pathetic.
Very bad.
I always paint my armies.
Yeah, that's right. We've seen that plenty of times. How about you, Chris? How did you do it? Find it.
My arse is raw.
Well, I meant the game when we played.
No, it's alright. It's interesting to see the differences between the armies and stuff, because like, I mean, I think for Germans though, when you're taking assault rifles, like you pretty much take as many assault rifles as you can, because it's pretty much the advantage that you have over other armies. And then when you realise that you think, oh, I'm going to take 4, I'm going to be big, and then Bennett goes, I've got 7. and 5 more guys than you. So I was like, oh right, okay, great. And everyone's veterans, so it's pretty much impossible to kill each other.
There's not a single veteran on our battlefield.
No,
Yeah, I
no.
know, yeah.
There's also not a single person alive in my battle.
Yeah, same with me. All of my guys got killed, and I didn't kill a single one of Bennett's models. So
Why be experienced when you can just fire wildly?
Okay, cool. So we'll have a look. I'll show you some pictures of the other guys' armies as well. and some of the pictures of the boards, and then hopefully you'll see us add more stuff to our armies next time. Thanks for watching.